What's up, everyone? Today we're diving into Doom Academy, issue number 2. Our young sorcerers from Strange Academy face a new challenge: life at Doom Academy. Green uniforms, ominous portraits, and a whole lot of Doom-approved discipline are just the beginning. But things take a dark turn when Zoe Laveau finds herself trapped inside a mysterious book filled with Laverian fairy tales, and the creatures lurking inside are anything but friendly. What secrets does this enchanted nightmare hold? And can Zoe escape before it's too late? Let's break it all down. The Strange Academy kids have started their first semester at Doom Academy, and it's an adjustment. Zoe has a rude roommate named Marta, and there is an abundance of creepy Doom portraits. Despite that, the future seemed to look promising until Zoe got sucked into a magic book of Laverian fairy tales. The story begins with Zoe finding herself trapped inside a book titled The Arcana Laveriana. Disoriented, she exclaims, "Did I just get sucked into a book? Ow, did I get sucked into a book with thorns and monsters?" Her confusion quickly turns to pain as she cuts her finger on a thorn and is immediately faced with danger. A wolf-like beast emerges from the shadows, ready to attack. Zoe stumbles and falls, but with quick thinking, she grabs a rock and strikes the creature in self-defense. As she tries to regain her footing, a strange rhyme echoes in the air. "Tie the devil, tie him tight, cast him out of your sight. To trap the big bad in your knot, count from 5 and then he's caught. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Just as the beast lunges again, a mysterious girl arrives to rescue Zoe. With the danger subdued, the stranger looks at Zoe and asks with a knowing smile, "Now that that's done, tell me, what's a girl like you doing in a nightmare like this?" Back at Doom Academy, Doyle, Scoop, and Zelma are deep in conversation. Doyle is visibly upset, confronting Scoop about the article he wrote. The piece seems to focus on Doyle, and he demands answers. "Why would you write private things about me?" he asks sharply. Zelma tries to intervene, her tone calm and soothing. "Doyle, you're understandably upset, but let's take a deep breath and..." Before she can finish, Doyle cuts her off, snapping, "Zelma, do not tell me to calm down." Scoop jumps in, attempting to explain. "Wait, I can explain. Students want to know about the Strange Academy kids. Who better to feature than you? Imagine being pulled to the dark side by your supervillain dad and your budding supervillain girlfriend, but still choosing the path of righteousness." Doyle's frustration grows. "I don't have to imagine it. I lived it." Scoop counters, "Which is what makes you a fascinating subject." Doyle glares at him. "Subject? I'm a subject now?" Zelma sighs. "Oh, Scoop." Doyle continues, his voice filled with betrayal. "I told you all that in confidence, but clearly you're more interested in the stories than the person behind it. I guess you're more like your dad than I thought." Scoop recoils, hurt. "How can you say that to me? I thought you understood. I thought you were my friend." "And I thought you were mine," Doyle responded coldly, "but I guess we were both wrong." Zelma steps in again, trying to defuse the situation. "Okay, I insist we all take a deep breath. I really think if we can just..." Before she can finish, Shaylee bursts into the room, interrupting her. "Is Zoe here?" Zelma shakes her head, her expression serious. "I haven't seen her today." Doyle adds, "She wasn't at lunch." Shaylee continues, worry etched across her face. "She wasn't in 4th period, spells and incantations, either. I checked her room, and Martha said Zoe was gone before she woke up. Between complaining about Zoe's unmade bed and spitting at me as she chanted, I got the impression that even Martha thinks something's not right." Zelma nods gravely. "I'd say it's not like Zoe to just disappear, but let's be honest, she's unpredictable. I'm going to talk to Headmaster Voodoo about this. If you find her, let me know immediately." Doyle begins thinking out loud, his determination kicking in. The last place anyone saw Zoe was in her room last night, right? So we need to figure out where she went next. It's not like she just vanished into thin air. Shaylee raises an eyebrow. I mean, she could have. This is a magic school. Doyle concedes. Okay, but even if she did, she had to go somewhere. If only there was a way we could see where she went. Scoop speaks up, hesitantly. I might be able to help with that. The room grows silent, anticipation thick in the air. Back in the mysterious book Zoe got pulled into, we find her alongside a girl who appears to be the missing student, Greta. Greta looks at Zoe and says, "So, let me get this straight. You heard my incantation, followed it to the library, picked up a screaming book, and it swallowed you whole. Did I miss anything?" Zoe replies with a hint of humor, "Nope, that pretty much sums up my questionable decision-making skills." Greta grins. "Hey, no judgment. Don't forget, I got sucked in by that same book." Zoe's curiosity sparks. "So you're Greta, and your brother Frederick. Sounds like he tried hard to find you after you disappeared." Greta's expression shifts slightly as she responds, "Frederick always said my interest in magic would get me into trouble. Guess I proved him right." Confused, Zoe asks, "Wait, he didn't want you practicing magic? Weren't you both at a magic school?" Greta raises an eyebrow. "Haven't you met the Apotro kids yet?" Zoe gasps in realization. "You practice apotropaic magic? I know we just met, but you don't seem..." Greta cuts her off, finishing the thought. "Close-minded? Superstitious? Only interested in magic to ward off other magic? Yeah, I never quite fit in with my clan. Don't get me wrong, I have a healthy distrust of monsters, zombies, and the like, but when I got to school and saw the different kinds of magic that were possible, let's just say my interest expanded. Of course, I never expected I'd have to use as much magical offense as I have since coming here. I've done things I never thought I'd be capable of." As another beast approaches, Greta pauses. "One sec," she says, quickly attacking the monster and clearing the way. "Come on, we're not far now." Zoe follows and asks, "So, the rhyme I heard about tying the devil, what kind of magic was that?" Greta explains, "An apotro wives' tale that I re-jiggered. Whenever my Bakika couldn't find something, she'd chant it while tying a scarf into a knot. The idea was she could trap the little devils messing with her stuff. Now, I use it to trap all the bad things chasing me in this hellscape. Well, maybe not all bad." She adds with a small smile, pulling Zoe close as they hike through the harsh terrain. Greta gestures ahead. "Speaking of, come on, let me show you something." She leads Zoe to a small but sturdy shelter she's built for herself. Greta beams with pride and says, "Welcome to my place." Back in the halls and secret passages of Doom Academy, Scoop leads Doyle and Shaylee through a hidden corridor. "This way," Scoop says confidently. Doyle glances around and quips, "I guess I shouldn't be surprised there are secret corridors inside Doom's Academy walls, or that you're lurking inside them." He adds, casting a pointed look at Scoop. Scoop shrugs. "I found this in my second week of school. When no one wants to talk to you because of your dad, you get a lot of time to take in your surroundings. The first thing I noticed, there are a lot of portraits of Dr. Doom. Even for an egomaniacal dictator, it's excessive." Shaylee tilts her head, intrigued. "What was the second thing you noticed?" Scoop smirks. "The portraits of Dr. Doom's eyes. They move." Doyle claps his hands together. "I called it. I knew those portraits were creepy. Should have figured you were watching me from the start." Scoop shakes his head. "Not me, Doyle. Him." As they round the corner, the group stumbles upon a Doombot connected to the portraits, its eyes watching everything and everyone inside the academy. Scoop steps forward with a calm demeanor. "It's nice to see you again, Mr. Doombot. I brought you a present." The Doombot swivels its head and responds in a mechanical tone. "Thank you, Scoop. Mr. Doombot accepts your offering." Scoop smiles apologetically. "Sorry, it's been so long since I visited. We had summer break, and then the first days of school kept me busy." The Doombot nods. Mr. Doombot understands. Mr. Doombot had no one to watch, but now sees many. Doyle steps forward, impatient. Like Zoe? Tell us where you've seen Zoe. The Doombot turns its gaze to Doyle, its tone sharp. You dare give orders to Mr. Doombot? Scoop quickly steps in to defuse the situation. He didn't mean anything by it. Doyle's so sorry for his, insolence. Right, Doyle? Doyle raises his hands sheepishly. Totally. Total bad insolence. My bad. Shaylee takes a different approach, speaking kindly to the machine. Mr. Doombot, hi, I'm Shaylee. I love what you're building. I'd be honored to add my earring to your creation, if you'll have it. The Doombot pauses, then replies, a good addition. Thank you, Shaylee. Mr. Doombot spied the girl Zoe last night, from the turret, through the library, into the room where the book took her into its pages. Scoop's eyes widen. In the library? Like Greta? Shaylee furrows her brow. Who's Greta? Doyle explains. Greta, she's the missing student whose voice Zoe heard. She disappeared in the library too. I bet she was taken by the book just like Zoe. The Doombot interrupts, its voice steady. No, not like Greta. The book did not take Greta. Greta summoned it. The scene shifts to Greta showing Zoe around her makeshift home within the book. Zoe admires Greta's belongings, unaware that Greta is sneaking up behind her, a stick in hand, ready to strike. And that's where we leave off. Zoe trapped inside the book, Doyle and the gang uncovering Doom's Academy's creepy surveillance system, and a shocking revelation about Greta's disappearance. With magic, mystery, and Doom lurking in the shadows, things are only getting more intense. What do you think Greta's true intentions are? Will Zoe find a way out before it's too late? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss what happens next. Until next time, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.